global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings Today. Easter Sunday was quite a bloody one in Imo State, only in particular, where there was a lot of death recorded just from both from innocent citizens and the security personnel when there was a clash between UGM and the police, the security personnel in Olu. It brought a lot of reactions and sadness to the state. Well, Governor Hope Uzodinma have decided to, air out his views and those responsible, who the UGM are, and what he intends to do. In fact, he's saying that his quietness should never be mistaken for being a weakling. Well, before we go to the newspaper to find out his next line of action over the fact that Olu bled yesterday, like you subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Well, Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma expressed faith that the state will overcome its current difficulties, emphasizing that his administration is not weak. In an Easter address at St. Rose of Lima Catholic Parish, Uzodinma, Oru East Local Government Area, Uzodinma delivered the guarantee, according to the governor's media advisor, Ogunwike Nwachukwu. The death of innocent individuals, the burning of public and private property, the burning of police stations, and bringing down of police officers are only a few of the problems listed by Uzodinma. The governor invited the crowd to join him in praying that God would touch the heart of those who perpetrated the violence, causing them to repent in the spirit of Easter as we commemorate Jesus Christ's death and resurrection. He said the bringing down in certain sections of the state were politically motivated, contrary to the assertions in some quarters that they were carried out by the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob. According to him, the state's threat has little effort, or rather, I take that again. According to him, the state threat had little effect on the opposition leaders' personal property, implying that politicians could not be blamed for the death and willful damage of property. He called on those behind the dastardly act to repent quickly before the government would go after them, adding that the killing of innocent Imo people must stop henceforth. These are the activities of wicked politicians who are unrepentant and have continued to sponsor the bringing down of their fellow brothers. They are challenging God because when you are after the creation of God, you are after God. My government is not weak. My government is only God-fearing. The only thing is that we hate to let blood. We cannot allow the killing of innocent citizens and the activities of non-state actors in the form of criminals and hoodlums to overtake the political space, he said. And of course, he also mentioned this. That's to tell you now that technically speaking, Ipob have been exonerated from this whole act. While Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma expressed faith that the state will overcome its current difficulties, emphasizing that he is not also weak. Well, according to him, he said, and I quote, he said the governor invited the crowd to join him also to pray and to pray to God to touch the heart of those perpetrating this violence so they can repent in the spirit of Easter. He said that this is definitely not the indigenous people of Biafra doing this, and that he called on those behind this to also stop it and repent. Now, this is really interesting. From all indication, the indigenous people of Biafra have been exonerated. This is good, if you ask me. But now the question now is, if you check what he said categorically, you would agree with me that he has said it all, that the indigenous people of Biafra are not there. But PDP properties in Imo State have never been touched, according to him, which also means that there is hope. So if they are targeting, based on what he said, that is majorly targeted, APC members are majorly targeted, that PDP properties are exonerated. So the question is, who are those doing it? Is it APC or PDP members that are doing this? He said their properties of PDP are not touched. They said it's politically motivated just to cause chaos and unrest in his administration. Now, if that is what is happening in Imo State, what about Anambra State? What about Ebonyi State? Is he also politically motivated? Well, he is the chief security officer of the state, so he gets first-class information on the security matters when it comes to his state. So he may be in the right frame of mind to tell the whole world that it is not IPOB that is doing this. So to speak, again, the indigenous people of Biafra have been exonerated. For those who keep saying it's IPOB, see now, the governor himself is saying it is not. It's not IPOB. It's politically motivated, and it's begging them to stop. In his Good Friday message, he told them, please, that he has begged those he has offended to please show mercy. They should forgive him. And if for any reason these policies are not going down well with them, they should go through the line of reporting lines, that he would listen. He will look into it, and maybe they will brainstorm and see how they can work things out. But the issue of insecurity should stop. The innocent people they're going down. The videos that I saw yesterday were terrible. And some persons were actually on their way out, and they met, they called them UGM. Who are these UGM? UGM now is a general name. Don't think that UGM is those special people with one. UGM now can be anybody that is known to cause mayhem and does not have a face, or is a group that have decided not to give themselves a face. Nobody knows them, but they commit mayhem everywhere they go. They just generally give them UGM, because if you want to go by the UGM Governor Uzodinma is talking, would you not say that what happened in some part of the Southwest is also the branch of UGM that did that? It's now a general name. So people who want to commit crime now under the chaotic situation of Southeast can just blend in and do their chaos and move. That's why where peace lives, where there's peace, don't allow chaos to thrive, because if it does, anarchy will set in. Right now his hands are full. But it's also good to note, because of Nnamdi Kanu's trial that is going on, where people keep shouting that it's IPOB that is doing this, this could go a long way to exonerate Nnamdi Kanu from the fact that his group are not behind what everyone thinks is happening in Imo State. They keep saying they are getting excited. See now, the governor himself is exonerating them totally. Now instead he's talking to his fellow politicians, telling them to please desist from this, that is no longer funny, because this time around they are fighting God, and is ready to table the matter to God, and is begging them to repent. Well, Nigerians have started talking. We're going to take like one or two comments on what people are saying concerning this very quickly, and then we'll wrap it up. This one here is saying, it is now that you know that your administration is God-fearing. When you brought militarization to the state, you did not realize that the administration is God-fearing. Now they have brought you fire for fire, taste for taste. You now remember that you know God and you are not a weakling. Cry me a river. Nigerians. This one here is saying, continue. Hope. Last you go on your knees and tell them to stop. When you started, it's not he that started first. It is he that will finish it that matters. Just enjoy this your tenure, for you're not entering again. I guess that's we're going to wrap it up. Let's put in a comment section, please also take. Do have a nice